Now it may sound strange to you, but pastas such as these are also prepared in France, because in France, yes, we never talk about it, but we eat pastas actually a lot. Usually it's the simple dishes with some cheese and ham and tomatoes, or maybe a bolognese. But if you go in the south of France, in the French Riviera, you're not far from the Italian border, and you got some great pasta dishes. So because it is very hot all over the world at the moment, I'm going to share with you one of my favorite instant pasta dishes, which is very simple. We're going to cook this pappardelle here with some lemon, some fresh herbs, mainly basil, parsley, and a hint of mint. And that little solution, if it's hot where you are, it's a great way of enjoying a beautiful pasta, a little bit kind of Frenchy, Italiano style, whatever it is. Let's go. So I can already hear the comment coming from here, oh, this is an Italian dish. Well, the French Riviera, we're sharing, almost, that border with Italy, so everything is a bit blurry over there, okay? And the ingredients you have are typically French. Parsley, we use parsley a lot. The town of Menton in the French Riviera is the headquarters of lemon. There's a lemon festival going on there, so we use tons of lemons. Basil is the same, and there's plenty of garlic. So in terms of the ingredients used with the pasta, well, let's say they are from France. So it's a bit of Franco-Italian dish. Why? Because it's true that in France, we always use mostly Italian pasta. Now for the olive oil, we don't always use Italian olive oil. Sometimes we use Spanish olive oil, and here I'm going to use an Australian olive oil. What's important for me, away from the fact of saying, oh, it's French, it's Italian, it is the product themselves. When you do an instant pasta, you want to have this fresh thing. This is from the garden. This is from the garden as well. This is from a local grower, homegrown, and I only got this from the supermarket because it was not in season. I'm using some pappardelle here because they're kind of tagliatelles but larger. They really stick when you make an instant pasta, and that is gonna be it. If you want to add cheese, when it comes to pasta, it is true that Parmesan, even for me as a French, I consider it like the one and only cheese on the planet that should ever be used with pastas, but that's another thing, okay? So let's look at the mise en place. My mise en place is now ready, and this is what we're gonna be using. So I've got all of the olive oil that is mixed with my 2 cloves of garlic that I've passed through a garlic press. And this is pressed garlic, and I like to do this to flavor the oil. The parsley has been roughly chopped. You don't want it too thin, okay? I've got the juice of half a lemon in here, and the basil leaves and the mint, they're gonna stay whole like this until the last moment, otherwise they're gonna get black, especially the basil. We're also gonna need a grater like this, and we're gonna grate some lemon zest into the pasta at the end. So that's all the things you need to prepare, and of course I'm using just 200 grams of pasta here, but that's it. And let's go on the stove. In order to keep the freshness, the only thing that is going to be cooked in that recipe is the pasta, number one, and then this mixture here of garlic and oil, because I don't like to have the garlic. You can have the garlic raw, but I like to kind of cook it a little bit. So I'm going to bring this to a medium heat. All right, so after like 20 seconds or something like this, I'm turning my heat off, and I'm going to add a layer of salt and pepper on here, and that's about it for the cooking, okay? I want to have the seasoning and the oil in here because we're going to like move the pasta in there to cook them with the oil, a little bit of the garlic and the seasoning before putting this into our salad bowl. Alors pour les nouilles, we call it nouilles, or pasta, les pâtes, mais les nouilles is more this thing, like the kind of Italian style. So plenty of water, plenty of salt, and then I'm putting my pastas in here, and we're going to cook these until they are firm. You know this, the al dente consistency, just with the bite to it. Great. I think my pastas are ready here. I'm going to drain the water out, and I'm going to put this straight into my oil with the garlic. My pastas have been drained. Okay, there's still a little bit of water. It doesn't matter. And I'm just going to pour this in here and gently mix everything so they're not going to stick to each other. And that's the benefit. And coat them in the oil with the garlic. And I'm going to leave them there to sit for a bit while we're making that special, which is almost like a dressing for the rest of the pasta. You may wonder what on earth is he talking about. This, like a dressing, pepper, some salt, and I'm going to put my lemon juice and dilute the whole lot. You can use a spoon, I'm gonna use a whisk, and you make sure the salt has dissolved. As soon as this is done, I've got my bowl here with all the herbs, the parsley, the basil, and the mint. Everything in. And I'm gonna mixing the whole lot. And we are done. This is gonna be our mixture for our pastas. For the rest, very simple. And we're gonna grab our pan and all the pasta are going in there. Boom. We're gonna add a touch of taste and color with that simple, it's more of a parsley mixture really, with the basil. And then we're gonna toss well. I'm using this kind of salad thing, but the whole idea, you kind of be careful, and we're gonna keep on tossing everything until you mix everything, the parsley and stuff, before we add the final touch. And here we are, so in all their simplicity, for the last bit, the little bit of salt, the little bit, of course, of pepper, the drizzle of extra olive oil on here, and most importantly of all, let me grab this on the side, I like to put this zest of lemon through here, okay? So that's gonna wake up your dish big time. If you really feel it's a little bit too dry, you can add a squeeze of lemon, and that's about it. You're gonna take the whole lot, toss everything again like a salad, and we are ready to serve. That's it, as simple as that. And now let's try this out. So for me, a pasta is never really finished, so I've added a little bit of the lemon again. There's another presentation you can have. There's always a pepper. I'm a lover of herbs and fresh herbs, so always want to have some chunks of parsley on there. Maybe if you like I said, a few more drizzle of lemon juice, but of course, the parmesan, that shaving of parmesan is really what makes the dish. So let's dig in. It's always a bit messy to eat pastas, but you know what? I love these properly. You see how kind of thick they are? And that kind of pasta salad here, I like, because if it's really hot where you are, if it's summery and stuff, you don't want to have something warm. So it's nice to have something nice and fresh. And I hope to have the lemony flavors in there with the cheese, because I love that. The lemon zest. Really, I think anything lemon in there, the lemon zest, the juice with the herbs and the hint of olive oil and cheese is a pretty good combination. But I would put even more cheese. I'm not going to do it now, it's going to get messy. But you know what? It is refreshing, it cleans the palate almost. Doesn't feel heavy at all. Oh, so nice. Eat this on a sunny day, you're gonna have a bowl. Wow. That was pretty good, and that completes the video of the week, showing you how do we eat pasta sometimes in France. So as you can see, the pasta salad formula in the south of France, it's quite common. So you're gonna cook your pasta, and then you're gonna throw some ingredients in there and to make it really nice, and you can enjoy it even if it's a really, really hot day, and it works really well. There's plenty of other recipes out there, but I just wanted to share this one with you because it's really great. So as always, if you have any questions regarding the video, use the comment section. If you want to share your picture, use Instagram, #FrenchCookAcademy. And if you want to support us, you got Patreon and you can join. How's cool? And I'm happy to see you again, and perhaps next week for another French cooking video on the French Cooking Academy. Take care all, bye-bye.